In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 NBA games happening on March 23, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games. So 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 NBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Utah Jazz versus Houston Rockets. The Utah Jazz find themselves in dire need of a turnaround, aiming to halt a disheartening 4-game losing streak as they venture onto the road this Saturday to face the Houston Rockets. Sitting at a record of 29-41, the Jazz occupy the 12th spot in the fiercely competitive Western Conference standings, trailing the 10th place position by a considerable 8-game margin. Their recent defeat against the Dallas Mavericks with a scoreline of 113-97 on Thursday night only compounded their woes, marking their 7th loss in the last 8 outings. Struggling with their form, the Utah Jazz have encountered a rough patch, dropping 10 of their last 12 contests, with hopes pinned on breaking their current 4-game slump after suffering a resounding defeat at the hands of the Mavericks, who triumphed 113-97 during their recent clash. Leading the charge for the Jazz, Lauri Markkanen tallied 21 points, supported by Colin Sexton's 20 points and 5 assists coming off the bench, while Keon George contributed 18 points and 5 assists. Despite their collective efforts, the team's shooting efficiency remained subpar, managing a mere 45% from the field and a dismal 4 of 30 from beyond the arc, exacerbating their offensive struggles. Luka Doncic's stellar performance for the Mavericks, amassing 34 points, 9 rebounds, and 8 assists, left the Jazz grasping for answers throughout the game. Looking ahead, the Jazz are set to face off against the Mavericks and Spurs in subsequent fixtures. On the contrary, the Houston Rockets have been enjoying a scorching run of form, clinching victory in 9 of their last 10 matchups, setting their sights on securing an 8th consecutive win following a commanding 127-117 triumph over the Bulls in their recent home fixture. Spearheading the Rockets' charge, Jalen Green notched 26 points, supported by Dylan Brooks' 23-point haul on an impressive 1-0 of 1-3 shooting, with Jock Landale providing a significant boost off the bench, tallying 17 points, 12 rebounds, and 5 assists. The Rockets' offensive prowess was evident as they shot 50% from the field and connected on 17 of 45 attempts from downtown, establishing dominance early with a formidable 42-point first-quarter display, further extending their lead with a 37-point third-quarter surge. Despite their persistent efforts, the Utah Jazz find themselves grappling with roster setbacks, with Jordan Clarkson sidelined and uncertainties looming over the availability of Omer Yurtseven and John Collins, while the Rockets continue to miss the services of Alperen Sengun and Cam Whitmore. The Jazz's woes have been exacerbated by injuries to key players such as Markkanen and Clarkson, leading to a noticeable regression in their offensive output, signaling a resigned outlook on their season. Meanwhile, the Rockets' resurgence, marked by 7 consecutive victories and a compelling pursuit of the 10th seed in the Western Conference, has injected an element of intrigue into their campaign, with an impressive record of covering the spread in 9 of their last 10 games. Moreover, the Utah Jazz's struggles extend beyond mere defeats, with their defensive vulnerabilities laid bare throughout the season, conceding an alarming 119 points per 100 possessions, ranking them second to last in defensive rating across the NBA, in stark contrast to the Rockets' more respectable defensive performance, allowing only 112 points per 100 possessions. Offensively, the Jazz have faltered, averaging a meager 106 points over their last 5 games, highlighting their scoring woes, while the Rockets have thrived, securing victory by double-digit margins in each of their last 5 outings. With the Jazz mired in a slump, their prospects appear increasingly bleak, compounded by a recent drubbing at the hands of the Mavericks and mounting injury concerns, making the Rockets a more favorable choice, riding high on their season-best form. As the two teams head in contrasting directions, underlining the palpable shift in momentum favoring them, the Houston Rockets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. According to ESPN's Hollinger Offensive Efficiency Rankings, the Houston Rockets currently occupy the 21st position, boasting an efficiency rating of 111, marginally trailing the Utah Jazz, who hold the 18th spot with an offensive efficiency rating of 112.7. Notably, the Rockets have witnessed 17 of their 35 home games this season concluding below the posted total, although their recent outings have defied this trend, with their last 4 games surpassing the projected total, indicative of an uptick in offensive output. Conversely, the Jazz have seen 18 of their 35 road games surpass the posted total, yet recent fixtures have deviated from this pattern, with their last 4 encounters falling short of the projected total, emphasizing a departure from their usual scoring trends. Despite their recent struggles, the Jazz boast offensive firepower, evidenced by their ability to breach the 120-point mark in 2 of their last 4 road fixtures, underscoring their propensity for high-scoring affairs. In their sole meeting against the Rockets this season, the Jazz amassed 115 points in regulation play. Furthermore, the Houston Rockets have been prolific on the offensive end, averaging an impressive 124 points over their last 5 games, significantly surpassing their season average. Conversely, the Utah Jazz have endured defensive frailties on the road, conceding at least 119 points in 3 of their last 4 away fixtures, with the Rockets exhibiting a penchant for high-scoring encounters, as evidenced by the overhitting in each of their last 4 games. An expectation of ample scoring opportunities looms large, thus reflecting the anticipated offensive showcase between the two teams. Over the projected total is our full game total pick. Phoenix Suns vs. San Antonio Spurs. On Saturday night, the Frost Bank Center sets the stage for a compelling Western Conference showdown as the San Antonio Spurs welcome the Phoenix Suns. Despite boasting an impressive 41 wins, the Suns find themselves entrenched in the middle of the highly competitive Western Conference standings, currently occupying the 7th spot. Conversely, the Spurs have struggled significantly this season, languishing at 15th place with a mere 15 wins in hand. Despite this glaring contrast in their standings, the Spurs have managed to emerge victorious in both encounters against the Suns and Phoenix earlier this season, adding an intriguing layer of anticipation to their clash in San Antonio. The Phoenix Suns arrive at this matchup riding a wave of good form, having secured victories in 6 of their last 9 games. Their recent performance reflects a team in sync, evidenced by their commanding 128-115 triumph over the Hawks. Leading the charge was Devin Booker, who poured in 30 points with remarkable efficiency, shooting 10 of 15 from the field. Eric Gordon provided valuable support off the bench, contributing 21 points and 5 assists on an impressive 8 of 1-1 shooting, while Kevin Durant chipped in with 19 points and 3 blocks. The Suns' collective effort saw them shoot a blistering 55% from the field, including an impressive 22 of 41 from beyond the arc. Despite facing a daunting 14-point deficit early on, the Suns exhibited resilience, staging a fourth-quarter comeback to secure a comfortable victory. Meanwhile, the San Antonio Spurs find themselves in a rut, having suffered defeats in 7 of their last 9 outings. Their most recent setback came in a heartbreaking 99-97 loss to the Grizzlies at home. Despite a valiant effort led by Victor Wembanyama, who delivered a stellar performance with 31 points, 16 rebounds, 5 assists, and 3 blocks, the Spurs fell short in the dying seconds of the game. Devin Vassell and Tre Jones also made significant contributions, combining for 43 points, but their efforts were not enough to stave off defeat. Shooting struggles plagued the Spurs as they managed a meager 38% from the field and a dismal 7 of 38 from beyond the arc. Despite establishing an early 17-point lead, they faltered down the stretch, allowing the Grizzlies to snatch victory from their grasp. The Suns' roster continues to be impacted by injuries, with Jusuf Nurkic remaining sidelined, while Josh Okogie's availability for the upcoming game remains uncertain. Conversely, the Spurs enter the contest with an unchanged lineup, albeit missing Charles Bassey once again. Devin Booker's stellar performance against the Hawks showcased his prowess on the court, as he maintained remarkable efficiency, shooting 1-0 of 1-5 from the field. With his consistent scoring output, Booker has been a vital asset for the Suns, surpassing the 20-point mark for the 10th time in his last 11 games. Over the past month, he has maintained impressive averages of 26 points, 5.3 rebounds, and 6.5 assists, highlighting his multifaceted skill set. While the Suns received significant production from their bench in the previous game, they anticipate a smoother outing against the struggling Spurs. Despite facing a road challenge, the Suns are poised to secure victory and cover the spread comfortably. With their key players in peak form and potential reinforcements in the front court, they boast a formidable lineup capable of overpowering the Spurs. Although the Spurs have been resilient in previous encounters, their lack of depth and talent may prove to be their undoing against the surging Suns. Motivated by the desire for revenge following their previous losses to the Spurs, the Suns are primed to capitalize on their offensive efficiency, particularly from beyond the arc. Their recent track record of covering the spread underscores their dominance, a trend likely to continue on the road against the Spurs. Heading into this matchup, the Suns hold a distinct advantage in terms of form and momentum, making them the clear favorites against the struggling Spurs, who are playing the second game of a back-to-back set. Despite the hefty line, the Suns are expected to emerge victorious with ease, further solidifying their position as a top contender in the Western Conference. Therefore, the Phoenix Suns to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full-game side pick. Throughout the season, Coach Greg Popovich has judiciously managed the minutes of rising star Victor Wembanyama. Despite limited playing time, Wembanyama continues to showcase his exceptional talent, consistently delivering outstanding performances on the court. His recent double-double against Dallas marked his 37th of the season, a testament to his impact within the league. Notably, Wembanyama's defensive prowess has been particularly impressive, recording at least 5 blocks in 8 of the 12 games since the All-Star break. Amidst his remarkable statistical achievements, Wembanyama's electrifying style of play continues to captivate audiences, despite the Spurs' struggles on the scoreboard. While victory may elude the Spurs, Wembanyama's presence promises excitement for fans, with his defensive prowess and budding talent on full display. As such, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Denver Nuggets vs. Portland Trail Blazers. In a showdown within the Western Conference, two teams diverging on contrasting paths will collide as the Trail Blazers prepare to host the Nuggets. The reigning champions, the Denver Nuggets, have been ablaze with victories, triumphing in their last 2 outings and securing wins in 7 of their past 8 matches. With a formidable record of 8 wins out of 10 games, they currently perch in second place in the Western Conference standings, trailing only half a game behind the Oklahoma City Thunder. On the flip side, the Portland Trail Blazers find themselves grappling with adversity, ensnared in a disheartening 5-game losing streak. Their recent performances paint a bleak picture, having suffered defeats in 8 of their last 10 matches. This downward spiral has left them languishing with the second fewest wins in the Western Conference, with their playoff aspirations now dashed. The Denver Nuggets entered this clash riding a wave of scintillating form, having emerged victorious in 13 of their previous 15 encounters. Their sights are set on extending their winning streak to 3 games, following a hard-fought 113-100 triumph over the Knicks in their latest home fixture. Michael Porter Jr. spearheaded their offensive charge with an impressive 31-point haul, supported by Nikola Jokic's triple-double performance, comprising 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 11 assists. Jamal Murray also made notable contributions, notching 23 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. Demonstrating their prowess, the Nuggets exhibited sharpshooting accuracy, converting 53% of their field goal attempts and sinking 6 out of 20 attempts from beyond the arc. Despite facing stiff competition in the initial phases, they tightened their defensive grip in the third quarter, limiting the Knicks to a mere 20 points and seizing control of the game. With an impressive home record of 28 wins against 6 losses this season, the Nuggets aim to maintain their dominance on familiar territory. In contrast, the Portland Trail Blazers find themselves mired in a protracted slump, having suffered defeats in 9 of their last 11 matchups. Eager to reverse their fortunes, they seek to halt their current 5-game skid, following a disappointing 125-117 loss to the Clippers in their most recent outing. Despite a valiant effort led by Scoot Henderson, who amassed 24 points and 10 assists, and contributions from Keegan Murray and Delano Banton, the Trail Blazers were unable to overcome their sluggish start. Conceding 42 points in the opening quarter, they found themselves trailing by a significant margin before mounting a spirited comeback in the final quarter. Nonetheless, their late surge fell short, leaving them with a deficit of 6 points with mere seconds remaining on the clock. Undeterred by their recent setbacks, the Trail Blazers remain determined to bounce back and redeem themselves in upcoming fixtures, with a matchup against the Rockets looming large on the horizon. As the showdown approaches, both teams confront potential roster setbacks, with key players on each side listed as questionable. While the Nuggets face uncertainties surrounding the availability of Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic, the Trail Blazers continue to grapple with the absence of pivotal figures such as Anthony Simons, Malcolm Brogdon, and Shedon Sharpe. Recent encounters between these two teams have seen the Denver Nuggets assert their dominance, clinching victory in 6 consecutive matchups and emerging triumphant in 8 of their last 9 meetings. Notably, their victories have often been characterized by commanding margins, with 4 of their last 6 triumphs being secured by double-digit differentials. In their most recent face-off in Portland, the Nuggets cruised to a comfortable 15-point win, underscoring their superiority over the Trail Blazers. Given the Trail Blazers' recent exertions and injury woes, they are poised to enter the fray fatigued and depleted. In such circumstances, matching the relentless pace of the Denver Nuggets presents a formidable challenge. Even in the absence of key personnel, the Nuggets boast an abundance of talent and firepower, making them formidable adversaries for a Trail Blazers squad struggling to find its footing. While uncertainties linger regarding player availability, the Nuggets remain favored to emerge victorious in this encounter. Despite the weighty expectations, their depth and quality should suffice to secure a convincing win, even in the event of Nikola Jokic's absence. Therefore, the Denver Nuggets to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Conversely, the Portland Trail Blazers find themselves hampered by injuries and roster limitations. However, their recent offensive output offers a glimmer of hope, with their role players stepping up admirably in the face of adversity. Despite defensive vulnerabilities evident in their previous outing, the Trail Blazers showcased their offensive potency by notching an impressive 117 points. Similarly, the Denver Nuggets demonstrated their scoring prowess with a commendable 113-point tally in their latest contest. Historically, meetings between these two teams have been characterized by high-scoring affairs, with the total points exceeding 211 in each of their last 10 encounters. Notably, their previous matchup in Portland witnessed a prolific offensive showcase, culminating in a staggering total of 239 points. Such trends underscore the likelihood of another high-scoring affair, further supported by the Nuggets' consistent offensive output in recent games. Anticipating a final score reminiscent of a 115-101 outcome, the prospects of surpassing the projected total points appear promising. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.